Hello friends, welcome back. We'll be starting today STAAR Algebra 1 test paper part 2 questions 28 to 54 I'll be doing in this part. So you're already given reference materials, you already have seen that. So therefore you can see for your formulas here and then we'll just start off with the problems. #28. The graph of f of x is equal to x square is reflected over the x-axis and is stretched horizontally to create the graph of function g. Which graph could represent g? So definitely it is reflected over the x-axis. F of x is equal to x square is a parabola upwards. It's reflected onto the x-axis, means it is downwards. So therefore here you can see either it can be g or j. So in these two, and he's telling that it is stretched horizontally. So you can see that it is stretched for this, and here it is not stretched, it is only at this point. So therefore you can tell that j is the right option, because you are telling it is reflected over the x-axis. These two cannot be the options. So therefore j is the correct option. Now next, 29th. Which expression is equivalent to 3 by 2 into p plus 1 into 1 by 2 into p plus 3. So now over here you have to use distributive property over here. So we'll use distributive property and just write down what is the equation. So 3 by 2 p into 1 by 2 plus 3 plus 1 into 1 by 2 plus 3. So now if you're taking it inside, it becomes 3 by 4 p square. So where are you getting? It can be either C or D. Now if you take here inside this, plus 3 into 3 is 9, 9 by 2p plus 1 by 2p plus 3. So therefore you are having a 3 by 4 p square. Now if this is 9p plus 1p is 10p by 2 plus 3. So it can be 3 by 4 p square plus 5p plus 3. So therefore C is the correct option. Next, which inequality is best represented by the graph? Now this is dotted, so definitely it is less than. So therefore you can get it between 4x plus 7y is less than 49 or 7x plus 4y is less than 28. So now we'll see what is the y-intercept and the x-intercept over here. You are having the y-intercept as 7. So if you put x is equal to 0, from which graph you are getting y is equal to 7. If x is equal to 0 over here, you are getting, if you put in this equation, so 7 into 0 plus 4y is less than 28, y is less than 7. Yeah, this is also less than 7 part. Then if you're putting y is equal to 0, here you're putting x is equal to 0. If you're putting y is equal to 0, you're getting 7x plus 4 into 0 is less than 28, which implies that x is less than 4. So it's intersecting at 4, yeah. So therefore this is the correct option, J. Now, which situation best shows causation over here? We'll see. Now, the length of a rectangle affects the width of the rectangle. Now you know that this is the length of the rectangle. Okay, if this is suppose some x length and this is your b, this is, you can take it as y. Now if I'm increasing the length over here, this side and this side, if the length is increased on both sides here, is the breadth affected? The width, I'm sorry, it is not affected, so you cannot have the first one. The amount of time a cell phone is used affects the charge of its battery. Yeah, it can be a possibility, because definitely it is the amount of time you use, it affects definitely the charge of the battery. It becomes less. As how much you use, this will become less. Number of ice cream bars sold affects the number of milkshakes sold. So there is no relation between ice creams and your milkshakes. They are both different, so what it doesn't affect. So this also cannot be the causation. Next, the number of soccer balls a team owns affects the number of games the team wins during the soccer season. So this also is not a cause of it's not a causation one, because the number of soccer balls a team owns affects, it doesn't in nowhere it affects the team, the games the team wins. So therefore this cannot be taken as the option. You can take B, because here this is the correct option which you can choose, because the time a cell phone, the amount of time a cell phone is used affects the charge of its battery, because nowadays everybody is using it and everybody knows that they have to charge it. So definitely that is a causation. Next, which expression is equivalent to 16w square plus 24w plus 9? So now you are given in the first factoring your material, whichever is given at the top, reference materials, in that you have perfect square of trinomials. So in the perfect squares of trinomials, you can see this is a perfect square. From that you can write down actually. So you can write it as 4w whole square plus, this is 3 whole square, 2ab means it is 4w into 3. So it is in the form of a plus b whole square, that is equal to a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So here your a is nothing but 4w and b is 3 whole square. So you're going to get it as 16 plus 16w square plus 24w plus 9. 3 square is nothing but 9. So where are you getting 4w plus 3 whole square is there? So this is the first option which we are having. It's a perfect square. Next, you can always check your answer over there. You can see whether it is having perfect squares or not, and you have to check for 2ab. If this is a and this is b, this is 16w whole square, if you are writing it is in this form 4w, you can definitely check over here. That is a plus b whole square, a minus b. A minus b means you have to get a minus. So definitely this cannot happen. This cannot happen. And 8w plus 3 means 8w whole square will give 64w square. Here you are having only 16. So you have to check over there and then do. According to the options, you can write down the answer. Now next, 33rd problem. Which graph best represents a function with the domain of all real numbers less than or equal to 6? So now in this problem we are having four graphs. We'll see where 6 is there for the domain, that is on the x-axis where we are getting that point where we have started or where it is ended. We'll just see where that point, whether we're having 6 or not in the domain. So here you're having the first one, you're having 6 comma minus 2. This is, so here this is what is, it is going to minus infinity, infinity. So in these two choices it is having 6 in the x-axis. Here you are having x here, so therefore you can write this also. Here you are getting 6 comma minus 4. So in these two we can check out what is the answer. It lies between these two, because the domain here it is well defined near 6, because it's starting. You see that with the domain of all real numbers less than or equal to 6 we have to see. So now this dot is there, this thick dot is nothing but it implies that it is less than or equal to. So in everything there's a thick dot, so we are ruling out these two. So only from these two we'll get the answer over here. So when we write what is the domain for A and what is the domain for C, we'll see what we are getting. So here x lies between which all values, because it's less than or equal to here 6, it's also equal to 6 here, and it is less than minus. So x lies between minus infinity and 6. So all real numbers which are less than or equal to 6 is here. And here you can see that it is all values, it is going to infinity over here. Both y is also infinity, x is also infinity. So the domain always here you are having, it lies between which two values here? It is lying between 6 and infinity. So you can see that here all x is greater than or equal to 6 in this case, and here x is less than or equal to 6. So we are searching for which domain? We are searching for the graph for which domain of all real numbers is less than or equal to 6. So we are getting it in the option A. So therefore it is option A. Fourth problem. In the 34th problem, you can see quadratic function h can be used to model the height of feet of a rocket from the ground t seconds after it was launched. The graph of the function is shown. So what is the maximum value of the graph of the function? So you can definitely write what is the maximum value of this. So it is here, this is the maximum value of the graph of the function, which is 225, and it is taken place in the second. So he's asking the maximum value, so maximum height, that is, so therefore it is 225 is the maximum value. You can check the vertex wherever it is there. This is single point over here. This is the maximum height it can reach over there in so many seconds. This is the number of seconds here which you are having. Next, 35th problem. Which expression is equivalent to 15 into a to the power of 0 into b square into c to the power of 34 into 3 into a to the power of 16 into b to the power of 29 into c to the power of 0. So now how can we write this expression? We'll see. So now if you just write it down in this term, a to the power of 0 is nothing but 1 into b square, all whichever positive plus 2 power is in positive values we are writing in the numerator, all which are negative values will bring to the denominator, but first we'll calculate and then we'll write. So into c to the power of 34 into 3 into a to the power of 16 into b to the power of minus 29 into c to the power of 0 is nothing but 1. So now 15 3s are how much? 45. So where all you having 45, in B or D you are having. So now it can be in these two options. Now b square is here and you are having one more value of b over here, which is to the power of minus 29. So 2 minus 29 will give you how much? B to the power of 2 minus 29 into c is only 1, 3 to the power, c to the power of 34, and a is also only 1. So therefore you are getting it as equal to 45 into b to the power of minus 27 into c to the power of 34 into a to the power of 16. So now this can be written as 45b, because it is negative we write it in the denominator. This is c to the power of 34 into a to the power of 16. So now here, which is the option which you are having? It is 45 into a to the power of 16 into c to the power of 34 divided by b to the power of 27. So therefore D is the option for the 35th problem. Now next, 36th one. A contractor's total earnings from a job include a fixed amount plus an amount based on the number of hours worked. The values in the table represent the linear relationship between the number of hours worked and the contractor's total earnings in dollars. So now here, number of hours worked and total earnings. What is the rate of change of the contractor's total earnings in dollars with respect to the number of hours worked? So now here we have to find out what is the rate of change in slope. So 63.75 minus 20 divided by 5 minus 0, which is equal to, you are going to get it as 43.75 divided by 5, which is equal to 5 8s are 40, 5 7s are 35, so 8.75 per hour. So therefore the option is F. Next, what is the solution set of 2x square plus 15 is equal to minus 11x? So bring this 11x to the left hand side, or do plus 11x on to both sides. So you're getting it as 2x square plus 11x plus 15 is equal to 0. So now here you're having again leading coefficient. So you have to do it as 15 into 2 is equal to 30. Find the factors of 30. So 30 factors are 2 15s are 3 5s are. So 30 can be written 2 into 3 into 5. So now here you have to get in between 11, isn't it? So in order to get 11, 6 into 5 is 30 and 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. So therefore you can write this expression as 2x square plus 6x plus 5x plus 15 is equal to 0. So therefore this can be, if you take out 2x common from this, x plus 3 plus 5 into x plus 3, which is equal to 0. So x plus 3 you are having. So x plus 3 into 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. So you're getting x plus 3 is equal to 0, which means x, you put minus 3 on both sides, you're getting x is equal to minus 3. And here 2x plus 5 is equal to 0 implies x, if you take minus 5 on both sides, you're getting 2x is equal to minus 5, which implies that x is equal to minus 2.5. So where you're getting minus 3 and minus 2.5, that will be the answer. It is D. This is the solution set for this. Minus 3 and minus 2.5. Next, going into the 38th one. The table represents some points on the graph of an exponential function. Which function represents this relationship? It's an exponential equation. So you're having y f of x is equal to a into b to the power of x over here. So now it is an increasing function, so it is definitely greater than 1. It is increasing. 36, then 54, then 81, then 121, then 182.5, and so on. So it is increased. B greater than 1 over here. So if b is greater than 1 over here, now what you can do is, we can just check for one of the values of this, substitute in this and check it out whether you're getting the answer or not. So in these two we'll put it and see the first values. So f of x is, we'll just check it out. F of x is equal to 16 into 3 by 2 whole square. So we have to get 36. If 36 is coming, then that is the answer. So therefore you're getting 16 into 9 by 4. So 4 fours are, that is 36 is the answer you're getting. So therefore for the first one it is true. We'll see whether it is going for the second one also, that is when it is 3, when x is equal to 3, 16 into 3 by 2 whole cubed, which is equal to 16 into 3 by 2 into 3 by 2 into 3 by 2. So 4, you're getting 2, 4 fours are 16, then 2 twos are, 2 threes are 6, 6 threes are 18, 18 threes are 54. So you're getting this also right. So therefore your answer is F. Next, 38th is now 39th. Which statement best represents the equation of the line shown on the grid and its relationship to the x-axis? So now here you're having its relationship to the x-axis over here, means here y is equal to 2.5 you're getting. So y is equal to 2.5 and it is definitely parallel to x-axis. So here you can see which is y is equal to 2.5 you're having here, and here it is, no, it is parallel. This last one cannot be there. It is parallel to x-axis. You can see it is a line parallel to x-axis. Next, 40th one. Which expression is equivalent to 9n square minus 25? So 9n square minus 25, you can again go into your difference of squares in factoring your reference materials. In that this formula is given. You can write this as 3n whole square minus 5 square, which is of the form a square minus b square, which is written as a plus b into a minus b, which implies that your a is nothing but equal to 3n, b is equal to 5. So if you substitute over here, you'll get 3n plus 5 into 3n minus 5. This is the answer. So you're getting G as the option. Next one. linear function t has x-intercept of -1 and a y-intercept of 5. Which graph best represents t? So now here he's telling that x-intercept is -1 and y-intercept is 5. So where all we are having y-intercept as 5, so this is positive 5. It can be between b and d. So for x-intercept it is -1, means it can be d. So definitely it will be D option. You can see over here. This is x-intercept. It is -1 over here. -1 and 0. And here it is 0, 5. Here you are having it as positive 1, 0. And here you are having 0, 5. So therefore you cannot take this as the option because x-intercept is -1. Next, going into the 42nd problem, the value of y is directly proportional to the value of x. When x is equal to 3.5, the value of y is 14. What is the value of y when x is equal to 28? So now we are having here x and y values are given for us. When x is 3.5, y is 14. Then you have to, what is the value of y when x is equal to 28? You have to find what is the value of y. So now here, when it is directly proportional, y is equal to kx, or you can tell that k is equal to y by x. So now if you take here 14 by 3.5, so now when you know when it is directly proportional, you will get it as y is equal to kx. So you're getting here is equal to 4. So therefore now you can do what is your this, you can calculate for the next, this one, what is your y value, because you got what is k. So here you substitute, you plug in this value of k and then x value of this 28. So x is equal to 28 means y is equal to k into x, that is 4 into 28, which is equal to 112. This is your answer. Next, 43rd one. So in the 43rd one, what do we have? A quadratic function is graphed on the grid. Which answer choice best represents the domain and range of the function? Now here you can see here this value is 5 and -3 and 5. -3 and 5. So here you can see that x is all, it is x domain, you know, for a quadratic equation always the domain will be all real numbers. It will always have all real numbers. So it cannot be this, only this it can be. Domain is a set of all real numbers because it's going to infinity this side, and here also you're having an arrow, it's going so to the x, and here the side x, all they're going to infinity. So therefore you're having all real numbers for x, and the range is all values greater than or equal to 5. You can see here all the values all are lying above this value only. So that is above your 5 value. So therefore you can take this is the graph, the domain. This is the answer choice best represents the domain and range of the function. So it is B. Next, 44. The table represents some points on the graph of linear function f. So here which function represents f over here, we have to see here. So you can just substitute some of the values in this and see, so that you can which choice is the best, you can see. Now here if you are substituting, first if you are putting -3 in this, you can just see here 26 into -3 -2, which is equal to 26 into -5 5 6 are 30, 5 2 are 10, so you're getting -130. So it can be this choice. This is also correct. Now you check for the others. You put one of the values. You can put 2 and 0 and 2 you can put, so that you can check whether it is equal to 0 or not. So if you put x is equal to 2 in this, 2 2s are 4. 4 minus 1 is, it is not satisfying. So therefore it's not equal to 0. So this is not the choice. Then even f of x here, 2 minus 2 is here also getting 0. But you have to check even for the first one. So if you check for the first, we'll check one more value. -3, if you put here, -5 into 13 is not giving for you. It is giving only 65. So therefore minus 65, which is not minus 130, so this also you can rule out. Then even 26 minus 1, here you are not getting 0 for this, so therefore this is also not correct. So therefore F is correct. Now next, going into 45th one. Which expression is equivalent to x square plus 10x plus 24? So now again you find out what are the factors of 24. So here you can get, you are getting 24 factors are 2 into 2 into 2 into 3, or you can write it as 6 fours, 4 into 6. 4 into 6 is 24, and 4 plus 6 is also 10. So therefore you can write this as x square plus 4x plus 6x plus 24. So here x, if you take out common, x plus 4 plus 6 into x plus 4. Therefore x plus 4 into x plus 6. This is the answer. So getting D as the choice, 45th one. Now, so 46th, which graph best represents the solution set of y less than or equal to 3 by 4x minus. So now among these four graphs, we can see, because it is having a less than or equal to sign over here, it should be a solid line. So it will be between F and H. So in these two you should get a correct answer. Now when x will take all different values. It's taking from all sorts of values over here. X, you can see it's going to infinity this side also it's going to infinity. So now here, for different values of x, we have seen that here you are getting y is always less than or equal to 3 by 4 into x minus 4. So it should lie in this region for different values of x. If I take x is equal to, suppose, 0, so therefore y will be always less than or equal to, you're getting y is less than or equal to 3 by 4 into 0 minus 4. So y is less than or equal to minus 4. So it lies in this region, isn't it? So you're getting here 0, 4 is this, minus 4 is this point. Now if you take one more value for x, suppose if I take x is equal to 1. So therefore you're getting y is less than or equal to 3 by 4 into 1 minus 4. So getting y is less than or equal to 3 by 4 minus 4. Therefore y is less than or equal to, if you take here 4, 3 minus 16 by 4, which is y is less than or equal to minus 13 by 4. That is y is less than or equal to, you are getting 4 3s are 12, 12 1 means 4 2s are, so it is 3.25 minus 3.25. So it lies on this, yeah, this point is there on this minus 3.25 somewhere here. When x is equal to 1, this is, so it's here somewhere. So it is lying on this graph. So for different values of x, you're getting all the points in this part. In this shaded region, we are getting all the points for different values of x. Suppose if you take x is equal to minus 1, because it's ranging from minus infinity to plus infinity over here, you can see that all the values lie in this part itself. And when you're taking, you cannot see that it's lying in this above part over here. So therefore we can rule out this h. So therefore the answer is F. All, when you're substituting different values of x, you can see that it lies inside this, because y is less than or equal to 3 by 4 into x minus 4. Therefore the choice is F over here. So look into the 47th problem. The scatter plot and table show the weekly profit in dollars earned from the sale of pastries at 7 different prices. The data can be modeled by a quadratic function. Now here you can see that this is a scattered plot, not the exact table from the table. So it's just a scattered plot. So but it is, you can see that it is a decreasing graph. It is going to infinity this side infinity. So over here you can see that ax square plus bx plus c, this is the function which you're having. It is having a is less than 0 because it is decreasing graph. It's a quadratic function which is decreasing. It's not opening up, it's opening down, therefore it is decreasing. Therefore a is less than 0. So it can be either choice B or D. In these two you have a negative leading coefficient. So therefore here minus 60.4 you're having, here minus 60.4. And even the y-intercept is same for both. You're having here also minus 334.2 and here also you're having minus 334.2. So it is somewhere down over here, the y-intercept, it's going down here somewhere. So therefore this is the y-intercept. But the graph for D, it is not, we cannot have D because here it is not having x value. This graph D will be symmetrical with the y-axis. That is, you're getting here all x squared terms, isn't it? You don't have x terms, so it doesn't go top. You don't get it in this way. This way it doesn't come above in this way. It only is below this point. It is symmetrical to the y-axis. So you can, the graph, it cannot be this graph. So therefore it cannot be this choice D. It can be only B. So now to check whether B is the correct point or a correct equation or not, quadratic function or not, we have to check for all these values whichever are given here. In these values you substitute one of the values. You take 3 and 172. In the place of x you put it as 3, x is equal to 3, and you have to get somewhere close to y is equal to 172. It won't be the exact value because this is a scattered plot, so this won't give you the exact value over here. So you'll get approximately equal to that. You can get around this value. So therefore you can tell that B is the choice, the option which we are looking for in this answer. Next, going into the 48th one, which expression is equivalent to 35 m square minus 63? So now what is the common factor between 35 and 63? Both of them, 35 can be written as 7 5s are, and 63 can be written as 7 9s are. 66. So you can take out 7 common. So inside what is left over now? When you are taking out 7, it will be left over with 5m minus, now when 7 is taken, what is left over with? It is left with 9. So 7 into 5m square minus 9. Wherever you are having this will be the answer. So therefore you are having the first choice itself. So 7 into 5m square minus 9 is the answer. Now next, here a part of the exponential function f is graphed on the grid. So which inequality best represents the domain of the part shown? So now here x is, here this part is minus to 1. So we have to write the domain. Domain is only the x values. So here you are having x greater than minus 2 is the domain, because you are not having this dot. It's not this type of dot. It is this dot. Whenever you are having this type of dot, it is nothing but greater than. If this is there, it is greater than or equal to. So therefore x is greater than minus 2 is the choice, that is C. Then going into the 50th one, what is the value of y in the solution to the system of equations? So now here this is substitution method. So what are we doing is we are going to substitute this x is equal to minus 2y plus 9 in this equation. So 6y minus 2y plus 9 is equal to minus 59. So you are getting here 4y plus 9 is equal to minus 59, or 4y is equal to, if you are taking minus 9 on both sides, you are going to get it as 4y is equal to minus 68. So or y is equal to minus 68 by 4. So 4 ones are with a minus sign, 4 sevens are 28. So minus 17 is the answer. G is the answer. Now next, going into the 51st problem, the graph models the linear relationship between the number of monthly payments made on a loan and the remaining balance in dollars left to pay on the loan. Which statement describes the x-intercept of the graph? X-intercept is what? It is nothing but x-intercept is y should be equal to 0. So when y is equal to 0, the x-intercept is 60, which represents the number of monthly payments needed to repay the loan. So therefore C is the choice. Here you are having x-intercept as 60, but that represents the initial balance in dollars is telling. So this cannot be the choice. It can be C bit. Next, 52nd. The graph f of x is equal to x square was translated 4.5 units to the left to create the graph of the function g. Which function represents g? So when it is translation takes place in a quadratic equation, we write here x is equal to minus h. Here that means x is equal to minus 4.5. Left means it is this. Right means it is said x is equal to 4.5. So now here x is equal to minus 4.5 means the translation is x plus 4.5. So therefore your f of x is equal to x plus 4.5 whole square. This is the, so for left always you'll be taking it as it becomes plus, for right it becomes minus. X minus of 4.5 we write that time. Next 53rd one. 53rd one, which graph best represents y is equal to 5 into 1 by 3 whole to the power of x. Now 1 by 3 is a value which is less than 1. So a b is less than 1 means it is a decreasing graph, decreasing exponential graph. So if it is decreasing means it can be between either C and D. It can be between these two. Now what is our y-intercept in both of them? Because 5 is nothing but here y-intercept. So it can be D. You can see very clearly that the y-intercept is 5 over here. So therefore y is equal to a into b to the power of x. Therefore it is D choice. Now going to the last problem of this STAAR paper, algebra paper 1. What is the solution to this equation? So how do we find out the solution? Now just you can just do distributive property. Take this 4 inside. So minus 4 into 2 is minus 8m. Minus 4 into minus 7 is plus 28 is equal to, now here 3 into 52 is 6. 3 5s are 15. 156 minus 3 4s are 12m. So now here you can bring all the like terms together. So in order to bring all the like terms together, I am adding plus 12 on both sides, 12m on both sides. So you are getting it as minus 8m plus 12m plus 28 is equal to 156. Here it becomes 0. So therefore 8m plus 12m is nothing but 4m. 4m is equal to 156 minus of 28. So which is equal to, you're getting it as 156 minus of your 28 is 16 minus 8 is 8. So 14 minus 2 is 128. So you're getting the answer as, so it is equal to 128. So m is equal to 128 by 4. 4 3s are 12, 4 2s are 8. So 32 is the answer. Therefore F is your answer. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon, and so that further notifications, and please comment in the comment box if you want any other chapter for y'all to have more explanation, or if you want any other topic, please suggest in the comment box, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.